Now the lymphatic drainage of gluteal and thigh region. At this point, I am just telling you about the gluteal and thigh regions lymphatics. But later on, once we will cover whole of the lower limb, then I will let you know about the all the lymphatic drainage of the lower limb. Then you came to know and you can easily understand at that time. So at this point, when we are covering the gluteal and thigh regions, so at this point I'm just telling you about the lymphatics of the gluteals and the thigh regions. Mainly the most of the lymph from the lower limb is drained into the inguinal group of lymph nodes, which I have told you already. At this point I am telling you that the lymph from the deeper tissues of the gluteal region, they mainly follow the superficial and superior and inferior gluteal lymph nodes. Okay, and these superior and inferior gluteal lymph nodes basically follows the superior and inferior gluteal veins. Mainly lymphatics follows lymph nodes follows the venous drainage. So at this point the deep lymphatics, they carry all the lymph from the deeper tissues. Okay, and these they follow basically the inferior and gluteal lymph nodes, and from this deeper tissue and inferior gluteal lymph nodes, the lymph is passes to the internal and external iliac group of lymph nodes, and from external internal iliac group of lymph nodes towards the common iliac lymph nodes, and from the common iliac lymph nodes, the lymph is drained finally into lateral lumbar, which is also called as lateral aortic group of lymph nodes. They lies on each side of the inferior vena cava and the aorta. In this picture you can see this is basically the lymphatic drainage of gluteal and thigh region. ये KLM की डायग्राम है. इसमें देखिए सुपरफिशियल इंग्वाइनल ग्रुप ऑफ लिम्फ नोड्स हैं. ठीक है, ये इधर से सारा का सारा लिम्फ that is draining over towards the right external iliac lymph node. This is basically external iliac vein, and then it is reaches to the right common iliac vein, and this is drained into the inferior vena cava. ठीक है, lymph is always follows in the direction of venous drainage. ठीक है, ये नीचे से ऊपर की तरफ जाएगा. तो ये सारे lymph nodes हैं. ठीक है, ये आपको मैंने बताया डीप लिम्फैटिक्स के बारे में कि इस तरह. नाउ द सुपरफिशियल लिम्फैटिक्स. सुपरफिशियल लिम्फैटिक्स आर मेनली superficial lymphatics mainly carry the lymph from the superficial tissues of the gluteal region, and they enters a superficial inguinal group of lymph nodes. जितने भी superficial tissues होते हैं gluteal region और thigh के, they are basically enter into the superior inguinal group of lymph nodes. ठीक है, ये gluteal region से भी ले रहा होता है, thigh से भी ले रहा होता है, जितनी भी lymphatics इसमें आ रही हैं. Then from the superficial inguinal group of lymph nodes, they send efferents to the lymphatic vessels of the external iliac group of lymph nodes. Efferents are all those that carry the lymph from the superficial inguinal to external iliac, and from from the external iliac towards the common iliac, and then from common iliac towards the lumbar aortic group of lymph nodes. ठीक है, similarly this diagram, इसमें आप ये देख लें कि ये inferior gluteal vein है और ये superior gluteal vein है. Along with that there is the superior inferior gluteal lymph nodes. ठीक है, they are basically carry all of the lymph from the deeper tissue and enters into the external and internal iliac group of lymph nodes. This is external internal iliac group of lymph nodes. ठीक है, and all the lymph that is coming from the superficial inguinal group of lymph nodes and also the thigh regions. ठीक है, they all are draining into the external iliac group of, यहाँ से external iliac group of lymph nodes that is draining into the कॉमन आइलिक ग्रुप ऑफ लिम्फ नोड्स. ये बिल्कुल कॉमन आइलिक वेन के साथ है, कॉमन आइलिक ग्रुप ऑफ लिम्फ नोड्स. फाइनली इन दोनों ने जाना कॉमन आइलिक में ही है. ठीक है, चाहे एक्सटर्नल आइलिक में जाए इंटरनल आइलिक में, दे आर फाइनली एंटर इनटू द कॉमन आइलिक ग्रुप ऑफ लिम्फ नोड्स, एंड फ्रॉम देयर इट रीचेस टू द लंबर और लैटरल एओर्टिक ग्रुप ऑफ लिम्फ नोड्स. यहाँ से लंबर और लैटरल एओर्टिक ग्रुप ऑफ लिम्फ नोड्स से द लिम्फ इज ड्रेन इनटू द सिस्टर्ना काइलाई. सिस्टर्ना काइलाई इज बेसिकली द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट ऑफ द थोरेसिक डक्ट. थोरेसिक डक्ट इज द मेन लिम्फैटिक चैनल जो कि आपके पूरी बॉडी में मूव करता है, एंड यू विल लर्न अबाउट दैट इन द थोरिक्स. At this point you should remember simply the lymphatic drainage of gluteal and thigh region.